So, an absolutely ridiculous performance by Caitlin Clark. And there were a lot of things that the Chicago Sky kind of did to try stop her. And none of it worked. None of it worked. Like, they put 4 different defenders on her. And the maddest part is these are players that people consider good defenders. Like, I don't think anyone thinks JC Sheldon's the greatest defender in the world, but she's not a bad defender. Like, I don't think people in general think JC's a bad defender. Dejanay is meant to be a really good defender. People talk about how Dejanay is, supposed to be this unbelievable player. The Chicago Sky just beat the New York Liberty, and Natasha Cloud was talking her shit. Natasha Cloud was on Caitlin Clark at times. They literally switched between Dejanay Carrington, Natasha Cloud, and JC Sheldon on Caitlin Clark for lots of this game, and it did not matter. It didn't matter. So let's take a look at some of these highlights, some of the clips of Caitlin just cooking Chicago. So, Sydney Taylor's on her here, first possession, and first one of her scores. Again, the thing with the Chicago Sky that has to be mentioned is that they have a massive Camila Cardoso problem. They have a huge Camila Cardoso problem. And it, unfortunately, is to, like, the detriment of everything. Like, Camila Cardoso being on this team causes a lot of problems. So, like, they do have a very, very obvious Camila Cardoso problem. So basically, what happens is Caitlin Clark, she very rarely takes from the top. So let's just say Caitlin's here, run the pick and roll. And there's some form of a handoff or something here. So Caitlin's player, because Camila is playing, so Caitlin decides to come around off this screen. In this scenario here, most of the time, Caitlin's player is going to try eventually get over this screen and guard her. So what ends up happening is, in that scenario then, is the roller, obviously, let's just say they roll to the basket or they pop or whatever they do. But what normally happens is, so Caitlin's getting to this position here, but because Camila is flat hedging, she's here. And Caitlin's other player who's attacking the screen is here. There's so much of a gap, whether Caitlin wants to go at one-on-one at Camila, whether Caitlin wants to throw the pass into the cutter coming through. The pass is right there. Or whether she wants to do what she likes to do sometimes at Camila and drive to here and then come back out and then start dancing with the ball a little bit and then shoot a step back 3. Especially when she gets like a Cardoso or a Han or something like that in her. She just like to do that a lot. So that is one of the flaws of having a Camila Cardoso in your team, is that Caitlin, in that pick and roll, as you can see here, by the time Sydney Taylor comes back to recover, it is like Camila's trying to hedge, but she's kind of in between hedge and drop. And in the end, it just leaves a massive gap for Caitlin to throw that pass. Every single time to KK, it'll be on every time. That's a problem with Camila in the pick and roll. And you see that again. The exact same thing that I talked about. Camila Cardoso, who's slow hedging, is not pushing up to force Caitlin anywhere. And then Caitlin's just able to split the screen, run to the side, and gets a wide open 3 for her on Sydney Taylor. She's able to get that. Again, Caitlin comes down, drop coverage by Camila Cardoso, and Camila has to try to step up. And she steps a little bit higher. She's somewhere in between a hedge and a drop coverage, which is no man's land. Caitlin goes right to the basket. And it doesn't really matter who's on her, because you're seeing there, she's just controlling the tempo of this game from second one. From second one of this game, Caitlin controlled everything. It's like, oh, I'm just going to wait. Oh, yeah, KK is just going to outrun. KK Mobility is going to outrun Camila Cardoso. So a lot of the faults early on here was purely that of Camila Cardoso. It was individual errors. It was a lot of individual error here. So you can see, like, Caitlin's not doing anything crazy, and neither are the Sky. The Sky in this game decided we're going to treat Caitlin Clark like she's any other player. Yes, we are going to put our toughest defender on Caitlin Clark. As you can see, Kelsey Mitchell is being guarded by Rachel Banham. Like, if people are like, oh, but like they want to stop Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell in the first half was being guarded by Rachel Banham. They don't give a shit. Like teams, they don't give a shit if Kelsey cooks them. But like, Caitlin is the threat. Like, because she can dictate an entire game. Kelsey Mitchell scores a lot of points. And again, people think I'm taking a knock on Kelsey Mitchell. She is the most consistent scorer I've ever seen. Like, she is the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander almost of scoring. But like, Caitlin's just sheer impact on the game of basketball is completely unmatched. It is completely unmatched by like any other player in this league, especially on the offensive end. But you see here, Dejanay is meant to be a good defender. She's going under that screen. And Caitlin's just going, no, I'm going to get that again. Because again, look, Dejanay is somebody who doesn't like to fight over screens. It's just in general. And normally she was able to bump Caitlin off her spot. As a rookie in that scenario, she was. Like, there's a big difference. Caitlin as a rookie didn't like physicality. What Dejanay did there was physicality. That wasn't a foul. Caitlin now struggles with getting hacked. Physicality doesn't bother Caitlin anymore. She gets a switch on to Cardoso again. Oh, I'm just going to go down. They have to send a double team because it's Cardoso. And it's a wide open layup for Monique Billings. And like, it's funny. Caitlin, I thought, was exceptional in the first quarter. And everyone's talking about her turnovers. Again, Camila Cardoso is having to play somewhere between drop coverage and hedge. It doesn't work. Dejanay is overplaying her. Triple team into a behind the back. One of the best plays of Caitlin Clark's career here. Caitlin Clark goes downhill because Dejanay still thinks this is rookie Caitlin Clark, where she can just bully her and get her to her spot. And in the end, they send a triple team. And Caitlin Clark in this triple team is like, oh, what's on here? Oh, I'm just going to go behind the back to KK Gibson. It's not even a wraparound. Like, that was crazy. Again, Dejanay is trying to guard Caitlin Clark. Like, Caitlin Clark is still 2024 Caitlin Clark. So Dejanay is just getting hit by these off-ball cuts, and Caitlin's able to hit a floater on her. Like, again, this is a player who's meant to be all defensive. She's meant to be all defensive. Oh, let me drive in and get hit Lexi. Bang. Let me do that shit for the lead. Okay, now it's Tash Cloud. Okay, I'm going to switch on to Courtney Vandersloot, and I'm just going to step back in the corner for three. It doesn't really matter. JC Sheldon's on her. They're going single coverage. Oh, let me go play bully ball. Like, let me go. Like, there's a reason they're calling me the female Luca. Let me go do that shit. Oh, JC's guarding me? Stepping off me? Fuck no. You couldn't even do that shit in Ohio State. Why does she think she can do that in the WNBA? Dejanay's back on her again, switches on to Tash Cloud, and just pulls from deep. Tash Cloud can do nothing about that to make it a 13-point game. And that was insane. Coming off another screen where Dejanay's trying to go under. Dejanay thinks that Caitlin Clark is still rookie Caitlin Clark. There are levels difference. And I really want to do that for a video. And where I watch back Caitlin Clark's first ever game. I really want to do that for a video. To watch back the very first game Caitlin Clark played and just see how different she is now, because Dejanay's trying to guard her the way that worked in 2024. Like, okay, I'm going to go under this screen and beat Caitlin to a spot because she's going to be a little bit hesitant. You do that? Nope, it does not matter. That shot's up before Dejanay knows what's going on. Off that handoff. That shot is already up there. Now, Courtney Vandersloot is trying to guard her here. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go ISO. Caitlin does not care. Let me just throw up the floater. People say she needs to work on her float game. She's got that. It's Sydney Taylor here. Oh, step back three for 37. Who cares? Easy one here. And then she ends up with one more assist to KK Timpson, I think. Off this one, which is a pretty nice one as well. She drives in on Cardoso and just throws it. A nice pass to KK for a good left-handed finish. And with that, that was all she wrote. And everything the Chicago Sky did in this scenario is, look, if you saw in that game, in all of these scenarios, so let's just say again, the ball's here, Caitlin's here, Dejanay's guarding her in that scenario. So as a rookie, if you were Dejanay, you would have been able to come around this angle here and beat Caitlin to this spot. Because a lot of the time, Caitlin would have came off these screens here as a rookie, running off that handoff, and maybe take a dribble, maybe take 1 or 2 seconds to set up, or maybe just force herself into a fadeaway. But now, whereas Dejanay's trying to meet her here, Caitlin's running at an angle where it's like almost here. So she's getting a pitch back here. So if you're trying to go under that screen, before you even realize what's happened, you're not even getting a contest. It's a wide open three for Caitlin. And again, in a lot of these scenarios with Dejanay, like, I don't think Caitlin is a great off-the-ball player. But Dejanay was playing here on Caitlin. And in these scenarios here, it wasn't even that Caitlin was necessarily going and doing anything crazy. It's like, we saw it against Atlanta, because I remember there was a possession where Caitlin was like here and Jalen Sherrod was guarding her here, and she kind of took this route to the free throw line and got wide open. And we saw Caitlin Clark take take a couple of routes where she goes from like here, comes out, and the player's there setting the screen. So Dejanay is obviously following Caitlin here, and then suddenly Caitlin's taking this route here, and Dejanay's not playing fully this side of her, because if she does that, Caitlin's got a layup. So she's kind of meeting, and suddenly Dejanay's like, oh shit, what do I do here? I'm going to try go under a screen, and Caitlin's just got herself wide open. Dejanay's playing Caitlin higher because as a rookie, Caitlin takes that dribble. If you were Dejanay, you could get behind Caitlin Clark. And you could come from behind and you could hand check her, you could physically bump her. And we saw on one of those drives where like Dejanay got to the spot, 2 hands up, physical defense, no foul at all body, completely legit. And Caitlin Clark just bumped her and finished. And like as a rookie, Caitlin Clark would have retreat dribbled. And then retreat dribble to like here or here. And suddenly it's like, oh shit, we can send a double. We can then go and send 2 bodies. Kate might be here. We can send double bodies on her. And then she kind of shits herself and turns it over. Like, Dejanay Carrington, first of all, the new rules mean she's not as good a defender. But like JC Sheldon it's just personal for Caitlin Clark on JC Sheldon. Caitlin Clark sees JC Sheldon. I don't think people understand this. Caitlin Clark against JC Sheldon teams for her career is averaging like 28 and 10. I'm not even exaggerating. If you don't count the injured game last year, against Dallas as a rookie, Caitlin Clark had 24 points, 19 assists. She then had 32 and then had 35. Oh, sorry, no, she had 30 and then 35. That was rookie against JC Sheldon. Last year, I think she had 26 in the game where Marina Mabry hip checked her. And then she got hurt in the second game. It is what it is. And this year, she's averaging over 30 points a game against Chicago. For her career, she is averaging something like 30 and 11 against JC Sheldon. You don't put JC Sheldon on her because she just laughs and takes it personally. Tash Cloud cannot guard Caitlin Clark. She just can't. And Caitlin is now too smart for the shit that Dejanay tries to do on defense. She's just too smart for Dejanay right now. So, yeah, like Tyler Marsh decided that, you know what, I'm going to live with the consequences. You know the way everyone's like, the Jose Fernandez shit being like, Jose Fernandez is like, oh yeah, we're trying to get it out of Caitlin Clark's hands. Tyler Marsh just basically said, fuck it. We've got a bunch of good defenders. We've got a lot of good defenders on this team. So we don't need to do anything too crazy out of our game plan to stop Caitlin. I trust that our defenders are good enough to stop her. And yeah, she had 37 and 10. Yeah, see you guys.